In the beginning, there was nothing. No light, no color, not even black. There was no vacuum, no invisible void. There was nothing. But the Bible tells us that God stepped out of his dimension and into nothing, and with the power of his word, created everything you see. Our God is an awesome God. The universe is 150 billion light years from end to end. Light travels 5.3 trillion miles in a year. So the universe is 150 billion multiplied by 5.3 trillion miles. But the Bible tells us that Yahweh measures the universe by the length of his hand. Our God is an awesome God. There are trillions and trillions of galaxies in the universe. Each galaxy contains quadrillions and quadrillions of stars. There are more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand on the earth or blades of grass combined. But the Bible tells us that God has placed each star in the universe and has named each one. Our God is an awesome God. There are over 400 billion birds that fly the skies of earth, but the Bible tells us that God sees when each bird falls to its death. Our God is an awesome God. At the moment of conception, when the seed enters the egg, there is an explosion of light. It has been captured on film. Christ is the light of the world, and he has breathed into humanity the spirit of life. The human fetus is not medical waste, but is a human being. Our God is an awesome God. DNA is a biological computer code written in the language of heaven. This DNA contains the story the master writer has written for you, a story that is uniquely yours to live out. You did not evolve out of the muck and mire of some primordial soup, but were made by the master's hand. Our God is an awesome God. At the moment of conception, 1 million digital fibers begin growing from the optical center of the eye and grow towards the optical center of the brain. At the same time, 1 million digital fibers grow out from the optical center of the brain and grow toward the eye, each fiber having a corresponding fiber to attach itself to, much like red cable to red cable, green cable to green cable, and so on. While in the womb, each of these fibers must attach specifically to the right corresponding fiber for the function of sight to work. Our God is an awesome God. The Bible tells us that God has more thoughts about you than there are grains of sand on the earth. There are 7 quintillion grains of sand on the planet. That is how often the God of the universe thinks of you. Our God is an awesome God.